Hey folks, welcome back. We're coming back to you today with another video from the man cave. Today we're going to be talking about these two pistols that I had mentioned in several other videos. Showed them, even fired this one. These are both Smith & Wesson Shield EZ series. This one in my right hand is the M&P 9 Shield EZ. This is the M&P 380 Shield EZ, 9x19, 9x17, 9mm, 380 ACP. These are two guns that I own, and I really quite like. We did the video in the past, and I talked about it a little bit on the 380. As you can see, obviously, neither one of them are loaded. Okay, nothing in the chamber, no magazines. But the Shield EZ series, Smith & Wesson came out with them a number of years ago. I don't know, 5-6 years ago. I don't know what it was. And shortly thereafter, I bought this one, the 380 ACP. I was carrying the 45 Colt that I did a video on. Y'all saw, I think it was the last video I did. I had carried that for years, and I wanted something lighter, more concealable. I wasn't caring about 15 rounds, how many rounds it held. These both hold 8+1, and I just wanted something smaller. So I thought, you know what, I saw this in I can't remember which sporting goods store I bought this from. One of the local sporting goods stores here downtown. And I saw it, and I thought, man, I always wanted a 380. And I didn't want the small, like, pocket pistol, like the ladies type of gun. This one, it's actually, I forget what the, let's break out the old, oh, dagnabbit, I dropped the tape measure. Hold on a second, folks. I don't recall exactly what size the barrel is on this, but it is not a pocket pistol. It's larger than your average, shit. I think it's 3.5-inch barrel on this. I mean, it's a decent size. It's not one of those little, I just dropped the damn thing again. I got to clean off my table here. I'm sitting on a coffee table here. Anyway, it's not one of those tiny ones, you know what I mean? It's got some barrel length to it, you know. It's not a 2.5 or whatever those little pocket pistols are. And for a 380, it makes a lot of difference. You know, when you're punching out of a 380, that makes a world of difference, the length of the barrel on it. It really does. And for accuracy and you know, just a little bit more oomph behind that bullet. You know, when you fire the gun, maybe, I don't know, little bit deeper penetration. You know, everybody talks about the 380 and how it's, you know, it's a ladies' gun, this, that, and you know what? I call hogwash on that. A 380, the right shot placement and the right bullet in the gun and the right barrel length, you could stop anything. Not anything, but any two-legged predator. I think you know what I'm talking about. Okay? You could stop a two-legged predator. Pretty easy. Even varmints, you know, I mean, again, another round that I shot a possum with and killed it. I think I took 2 punches with this one. And they were full metal jackets that I had in it. But a 380, I like them. I like them. I do carry this sometimes, especially in the summer. You know, I mean, I wear shorts, short pants, you know, and I don't want to carry. This one here, the 9, is my EDC, okay? This is the one I carry. For those of you who don't know, EDC, everyday carry. Quite simple. The 9, which is not much bigger at all. Let's see if I can get this lined up and show you the difference. Okay, this is the 9, this is the 380, and I pretty much have them lined up evenly. There's not too much difference in the size of these guns. This one, just a little bit lighter and just a little bit shorter on the barrel. Okay, so I'll pop it in the holster. I'll put the holster down the small of my back. I can wear shorts and a t-shirt. Nobody even knows I got it on me. I've even been known to carry this one in my pocket. That's right, cargo shorts. You know, I wear cargo shorts, you know, all the time in the summer. It gets damn hot down here in the South in Tennessee in the summer, muggy, hot. You've seen me in videos. I think I've worn them I have in some of the videos. I've had cargo shorts on, the camouflage cargo shorts. I love them. I could stick it in the pocket with my cargo shorts. It is a little bit heavier, but it's there. It fits in my pocket. And if you're not looking for it, and you're not paying attention, you'd never know I had this gun in my pocket. Okay? It does hold 8+1. Now, that's going to bring me to a subject here that I talked about, I believe it was in the last video, about safeties, thumb safeties, or lack thereof on guns. And striker fire versus hammer fire. These Smith & Wesson Shield EZ series, excuse me, is our hammer fire. It's an internal hammer, okay? I'm going to show you. I'm going to take with this gun, you pop the slide back, and this is one of the reasons. Now, first of all, the slide on this, piece of cake. One of the reasons why they call it the EZ series. Same thing with the 9mm. They slide back so nice, so easy. They're amazing. You lock the slide back. On this side here, you got this button here. It swings down, okay? Now, you hit the release on the slide. I'll turn it around so I can do it. And it comes right off. I mean, it's quite simple. You can get the spring out of there and everything. And on here, we're going to show you. Now, it's laid flat. Okay? But right there is the hammer. I'm going to pull the trigger. I know I shouldn't do this, but for sake of video, I'm going to show you. There is the internal hammer. Okay? With the striker pin on it. This is what I like. I'm not one for striker fire. I like hammer fire over striker fire. It's just my preference. I know there's a lot of people out there that love striker fire guns. Again, I had mentioned the Glocks. Nothing against them. Nothing against striker fire. Just not my cup of tea. Or my glass of whiskey. This is what I like. I like hammer fire. To get this back together, now, I'm going to show you in the back here. You have the safety there. I forget what it's called. I don't know. I can't remember the name of it. Whatever. You got the safety there, which has to be completely engaged in order to fire the gun. If you do not have this engaged, it's like a second safety on this gun. It will not fire. Okay? It's kind of like a drop safety mechanism. So I'm going to push the hammer down, and we'll put the slide back on this. Now, when you go to put the slide back on this, okay, one thing you cannot do with this gun is push this in. It will not go back the proper way. Okay, you align it. I get my hand around it like this, push it back, engage the locking mechanism, okay, and then slide the bar back up, and bam, the gun's back in battery. Okay, ready to be fired. You can hear the hammer click. Okay, but it is so easy. Now, the 9mm, same exact way. There's nothing in this gun. It's, whoops, nothing in it. Completely empty. Okay, but same operations. Okay, piece of cake. I mean, if you got a wife or girlfriend or a daughter or anybody, even if you're older and you get an arthritis or something like that, I suggest you look into a Shield EZ series from Smith & Wesson. I mean, they are incredibly smooth. To take them apart and clean them. Here's something else. Let's look at the magazines on both of these guns. Both of these guns came with 2 magazines a piece. 8 round, straight 8. Straight 8, like an old Ford. No, it was a straight 6. Well, you know what I'm getting at on there. But straight 8, you know. And on these, I'll show you something here, folks. If you remember, if anybody's out there remembers the old 22s when you would load them up, the magazines in them, a lot of old 22s had this feature. Now watch the bullets in both of these magazines. Oh, they disappeared. There they are. They both have a little spring-loaded mechanism on them that you could slide down, okay, and load it. It makes it so easy to load and unload these magazines, okay? There you go. You want to unload it, it's that simple, okay? You want to reload it. Now you can see it's all the way up at the top there. Now this one is for the 9, okay? It's ambidextrous. The one that comes on the 380, it's got a little tiny button there, but I don't know if you can see it. It is kind of recessed versus the right hand side, which sticks out, okay? You can see the difference, that little black button right above my thumbnail. All right, now let's get the loaded magazine here and I'll show you on this one. This is the 9mm. It sticks out on both sides. So the 9mm is ambidextrous. Why they didn't do that for the 380, I don't know. I just don't know. But the nice thing about this is loading it up. I mean, it is so simple to load. You get around in there, you pull it down, drop the next one in, and so on and so forth until you have all 8 rounds loaded into this. It's very simple. Again, if you're somebody, an older person, or hell, I know people younger than me that have arthritis in their hands and have a difficult time doing things. But this, if you wanted a weapon and you got arthritis, you want a 9mm, I suggest the Shield EZ. I mean, it's great. Even if you just, I'm pretty healthy. I'm not that bad. I joke about being old and whatnot. But, man, who don't want a simple gun to use and operate? You know, versus my Beretta or my Colt 1911 or any of those other guns out there. You know, I mean, it packs a wallop, the 9mm. Let's talk about some ammunition. With the 9mm, I run these hollow points in it. You know, they're Winchester. Where'd I put the box? Winchester Defense. Okay, it's got the store I buy them from. They put these stickers all over them. I wish they didn't. You can see $35 for a box of, what's this, 50? Yeah, 50 rounds. 9mm Luger, 115 grain jacketed hollow point rounds. Okay, that are, I don't know, velocity at muzzle 1165 at 5 yards. Wait a minute. Old eyes. Ah, shite. Excuse me. Gotta put my glasses on. Okay, there we go. Muzzle velocity. At muzzle, 1165. 5 yards, 1152. At 25 yards, 1105. Energy, same thing. Muzzle, 5. 25 is 347, 339, 311. I like them. I can shoot good with them. The gun likes them. Then again, what I use for my target rounds out of this 9mm, if I can find where I put them, here they are over here, are these. I buy these all the time. Okay, Winchester 500 round range pack, full metal jacket, 9mm, 115 grain. You know, so there's not much of a difference. Same grain, same manufacturer. One's full metal jacket, the other one's not. I know there could be differences and all that, but sticking with the same manufacturer, close to the same target rounds, I found that using these Ruger Winchesters and then Winchester Defense to carry with and firing them at the same targets, you know, I'll load one magazine with these and one magazine with those, and there's not much of a difference, if any at all. Okay, and I intend on doing a video this coming spring on that. You know, I'll break out these, I'll show them to you. I'll break these out and we'll put them both through the gun on side-by-side targets and see how we come out. Okay, so Winchester, I said it in the past, I'm a big fan. I don't know why, not just Winchester, but Remington. Big fan of Remington rounds too. Now with the 380, we talked about in the video that I did up against the the fridge I love to hate, the damn LG. I hate LG. We use Hornady Critical Defense. Okay, they have the little red tip in them. Okay, we all know with 380 they don't pack a lot of punch, and a lot of times with a hollow point 380 they get clogged, you know, especially in wintertime. They talk about them getting clogged with clothing and all that, and we are going to do some ballistics testing with the Critical Defense versus some other different types of hollow points that I've yet to buy. I'm going to go out and find some more hollow points for this. They are hard to come by for some reason down here where I live here in Tennessee, but they are out there. And even if I got to order some offline, we're going to order some different ones, get some different rounds, hollow point rounds, punch them through some water-filled milk jugs and see what they look like and see what does best. And I would love to be able to come up with the money to build a meat target like Paul Harrell did, if you know who Paul is. Love Paul Harrell. If you don't know who he is, go check out Paul Harrell. Unfortunately, we lost him last year. He passed away to cancer. But his brother Roy is taking over the channel and doing a wonderful job. But Paul was renowned for using meat targets and a new and improved fleece backstop to catch the bullets. Or as Hootie Hoo would say, bullets. But anyway, so that's some of the stuff we're going to be doing in the future. But these two pistols, now I had talked about in my previous video, we talked about Phobos holsters, okay, and I showed you real quick both guns loaded in a Phobos holster. Okay, this is the one for the 380 ACP. There are two adjustment screws right here that will sandwich it together, and you can adjust it to where you get a nice crisp click and lock. Okay, it is just pressure. It is not a locking holster like I have with the Bulldog for my Ruger, my Beretta. Sorry, my Beretta has the Bulldog with the locking, with the button which you push to pull to release the gun, and you can't get it out. Which I don't know. I might buy one for the 9, the Smith & Wesson. But on the back here, you can see there's a screw here and a screw there, and the paddle's a little cattywampus. Now this paddle is not padded. Okay, you can see there's like a belt loop where it would go over your belt. Okay, in the pants, outside carry, and you can see a series of, there's the one screw, the top screw, and 2 other holes where you can adjust it, and then a back screw here. So you can adjust it for the angle, okay? So if it's straight, it go like that, and then a little bit more cattywampus, and then like that, which is the way I carry it on my hip, kind of tilted towards the front, you know. So again, bad shoulders and whatnot, so it makes it a little easier for me. Now that's the one for the 380. I had purchased the 380 first. We'll get into that in a minute. I'll tell you the story how I wound up getting these two guns. But here's the one for the 9mm. Exact same gun. All right, exact same holster. I'm going to take this one, set it down over here, pick up the one for the 9mm. Now this is the 380. It locks in. It's the same exact holster. It's damn near the same exact size gun. Okay? Here's the 9mm. And this is the holster for the 9. They both lock into the same holster. So, they're pretty much interchangeable. Now, I do have the tension set a little bit different on the adjustment screws here and here, because this one is a little thinner than this one. But, for the most part, if for some reason I've got my holster on me and I got this gun on me, and for some reason I decide I just don't want to take this, I can pull this gun out of the holster while it's on my hip and holster this one in its place. Okay, I can take this one out and boom, there you go. If I want the 380 with me, or I want the 9mm with me, either one, I can. They're interchangeable. And same thing, I can take the 9 and stick it in the holster for the 380, and it fits. They're exactly the same. I probably wouldn't have bought two of them had I known that at the time, but like I said, what I did was I had the 380 first. I bought the 380. Like I said in the other video, I had carried that Colt 1911 for well over a decade. It just got too damn big and heavy, and I was tired of it. I wanted something smaller and lighter, and I decided to go to one of these here plastic guns that I call plastic guns. So I was looking into them, and I saw the Shield EZ series, and I happened to be at one of the sporting goods stores looking for a handgun, and I saw one, and I said to the fella, and it came recommended by several people. If you just want something small and easy, go with the Smith & Wesson Shield EZ. Now, I've already owned Smith & Wessons in the past, and I love them. I've owned revolvers, and I have a Sport 2, AR-15 Sport 2 that I've had for, I don't know, 6 years. That's another story. I bought it with the first round of government money that we got during COVID. They sent us, every American got $1,200. Well, I know I got jacked off on that because I spent $1,100 on the damn gun, but it was the government that bought it for me. So I don't care if I lost money on the deal or not. Now you can pick the same damn gun up for about $700. But at the time, I didn't care. I wanted an AR. The government gave me $1,200 and said, here, son, go buy yourself a gun on us. So that's exactly what I did. I went straight to the gun store. At the time, prices went through the roof after COVID hit, and everybody wanted, everybody was panicking. There was no toilet paper, no bullets anywhere. But I got me an AR-15 paid for by the U.S. government. Thank you, U.S. government. No thanks for the COVID that you sent us, but thank you for the gun that you gave me. I didn't pay for it. You paid for it, not me. So, that's what you do with a government check. Go buy a gun. You want to really piss them off? Go buy a gun. Government gives you a check, and I'm not talking about your tax returns. I'm talking about something like that came from COVID. Go buy yourself a gun with it. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a 22. I don't care if it's a BB gun. Go buy a gun with it. Go buy a bow with it. Go buy some kind of weapon. Government bought it for you. There you go. Free gun. I got a free gun. Anyway, what the hell was I talking about? I lost my train of thought. Oh, the 380. So anyway, I was at the store. I looked it over. I decided, all right, you know what? I'm going to buy it. It wasn't until I got home that I realized the only safety on this gun is this here on the back. there's no thumb safety on this at all. And I like a thumb safety. I'm used to it. I had it on my 45. I had it on several other guns that I've owned and sold throughout the years. So I thought, oh man. And I took it out to my range. I put 400 or 500 rounds through it, and I thought, I want something with a little more punch. I'm not knocking a 380, but I just wanted something with a little more punch. I thought, you know what? It's time to go and buy me a 9mm again. I haven't owned one in years. And I did like the round. I just didn't care for the gun. Striker Fire, Glock. I think it was Glock 19. I can't remember the number. But it was a Glock 9mm, and I didn't care for it. I only owned it a few months and sold it. Lost my ass on that deal too. But anyway, and then took the money that I sold, saved up some more money, and bought a Smith & Wesson 357 revolver, and sold that eventually. And I'm sorry, the things you get rid of and you shouldn't have. I was just talking to a buddy today that sold a Harley, and now he's sick to his stomach that he did a 93 Harley. And I feel for you, brother. You know who you are. We just talked today about that. But this is the 9. And as you can see, watch right here. It's got an ambidextrous thumb safety. Okay? So, I'm happy with carrying one in the chamber on this. I do carry one in the chamber with this. And it's nice because you pull it, boom. You don't have to worry about the safety. Now, I know the gun was empty, so I pulled the trigger, and I knew the hammer was cocked. But that's how fast it is. And that's how fast you can make a mistake with a gun like this. You pull it, or your finger just slips. You know, I mean, it could happen to anyone. It could happen. I had a friend it happened to. Thankfully, nobody was hurt, but he drew the gun, and before he got it off, he fired the trigger. He pulled the trigger. Not meaning to. And just, it happened. Stone cold sober. Just happened. And he was at a range and hit the table in front of him. There was a table there, and he hit the wooden table. Put a bullet through the table. It happens. You could do that with this. There's times where I've drawn this gun and took the safety off before I drew it from my holster. You could do it even with the thumb safety. I mean, it could happen. It can happen. You just got to train yourself. Take lessons. If you haven't, if you don't know, if you're not sure what you're doing, go take a lesson at a gun range. Go take some lessons. Spend the money. Take a lesson. Learn how to handle the gun. Okay. There's negligent misfires all the time. And they're never any fun. And if you do have one and nobody's hurt, thank God. And I hope you learn the lesson and pay attention and learn from what you did. Learn from your mistakes. Don't ever keep your finger on the trigger. Okay? Especially with a semi-auto. Single action revolver is a whole nother ball game. Double action. They're all different, but keep your finger off the trigger. Seriously. I know I've done it with the single action revolvers and pulled the trigger and said, you know, but don't do what I did. Okay? Like I said, do not try this at home. I am what you call not a professional. So listen to that advice and don't try that shit at home. Keep your finger off the trigger unless you're ready to destroy something at the other end of this barrel. Okay? Whatever you're pointing this barrel at is going to be destroyed forever. And there's going to be repercussions. So, keep your gun safety in mind, folks. Alright? But, with that being said, I like a thumb safety. It's something I'm used to. Something I've had for a long time on a lot of guns. And it's just me. Since we have this gun out, let me show you something. On both of these guns, they both have it. I'm going to show you. You see this line right here and right here? That's a chamber indicator on these, okay? So, for whatever reason, let's take a magazine, load it, okay? And I don't know if I can catch this on camera, but as we load around, now all of a sudden, and you see it's raised right there. See how that's raised? Now I'm going to show you 380 that doesn't have anything in it. Okay, that one's flat, it's down, and that one's raised. That little line there. Okay, it lets you know. So if you're not sure and it's dark or whatever, you could just rub your finger across your thumb or whatever. You know, rub your thumb across it. Now the safety is on. See, I'm going to show you because there is a round in the chamber. This is a live gun right now, but the safety is on, and you can see it sticking up. Shoot! Now the light's buggering it up. Crap! Right there, you can see it sticking up. The little piece of metal sticks up. The Beretta also has that, but it's on the side and it's not as prevalent on the Beretta. I didn't show you that in the video. It's just not as prevalent. Okay, get that round out of there, drop it on the table. It does have a chamber indicator on that Beretta 92F that I own, but like I said, it's not as prevalent. It's a lot smaller, and it's not an entire bar that slides up. It's just like it's a bar with like a little square tip on the end that pops up, and it's kind of hard to tell. It kind of sticks up anyway, and it's kind of hard to tell. Although, you know, I know me, and I know my weapons, and I know unless I'm sitting here doing a video, I've got a round in the chamber of the gun. Especially my handguns. They're loaded. They're ready for bear in the house at a moment's notice. And they're just ready to rock and roll. I know I have a round in the chamber of every gun that I own. Not every gun. My handguns. They're all ready to rock, and they're all over the house. There's one everywhere that I can get to like that. No matter what room I'm in, if I don't have one on me, I am within a few steps of one. So, then again, there's no children here either. No grandchildren. It's just me, the missus, and her 24-year-old son who owns his own guns. So I'm not worried about safety. We all know gun safety in this house. We all know where they're located. We all know how to operate and use them. We all know how to reload them. And we all know where the ammunition's stored. So in our house, gun safety, we know it. We practice it every day. Nobody bothers these guns unless it's absolutely necessary. So they are the two Smith & Wesson M&P series, M&P Shield EZ series in 9mm and 380. Okay, highly recommend it if you're just don't have the strength anymore. A lot of, I don't mean to pick anybody out, but women, people with arthritis, people that are not as strong as, you know, other people. You want something easy to rack. You want something easy to carry. You want something you can conceal pretty good. These are some guns worth looking into. I don't know what the prices of them are anymore. Oh, one other thing. When I almost forgot. I got sidetracked. I bought the 380 first. I didn't care for it. I like it. It just wasn't what I was looking for. And I decided to go back. They also had the 9mm. So I went back sometime later and bought the 9. Now the 9, I paid almost the same price. I'm going to say probably just under $500 for each gun. This was several years ago. I don't know, 5-6 years ago, whatever it was. But I found the 9 that came with a case and a range pack. It came in this for the same price, a Plano. Let's see if I can see it here. Here it is. It's even got the sticker still on it. Let's see if I can get that up there. and focused in. Oh man, I don't think it's focusing. But anyway, this is the range pack that I got with this 9mm. Okay, it came with a bunch of crap. I'm not gonna say crap, but I kind of like the case. Okay, you can see the gun cut out where the gun was. I still have the what do you call these things? I don't know. I get them with every gun. I don't know what the hell they're for. But the warranty card, you know, I mean, all that stuff. I save all this shit for all my guns. The 380 just came in a Smith & Wesson gray and black cardboard box, whatever. I'll put that back later. But there's the packaging for the Phobos holster that I purchased for the gun. I stuck it in here. It came with a set of cheap ass, and I mean cheap, earmuffs for the range. And this is where the extra magazine was. Okay. And down here is one of them shoestrings that the kids used to wear back in the 80s in their Nikes. All right. It cleans your gun. I don't know. Looks like a shoestring to me, or orange pair of Nikes. But you know, the tag that was hanging on it. Okay. Yeah. Well, you get the picture. I save all this crap. I don't know. Nice little carry case, you know, if I want to take it. Well, I got my own range, but if I want to go somewhere, or even out of state, I can lock the gun in here. I think it's got, yeah, it's got well, they're plastic holes that you could run a lock through on both sides. You know, I guess like, you know, combo lock or whatever. Lock the gun up. If I were going from here back to my parents live in New Jersey, if I wanted to go up to New Jersey, where communist state, even though they won't accept a carry to permit from any other state, not even Pennsylvania, Delaware, or New York, the states that surround it, they won't accept anything. Don't get me started. If you live in New Jersey, I'm sorry about your troubles. I grew up there as a teenager and I hated it. My parents moved us. That's a whole nother story, but back in the 70s, 78, my parents moved us to New Jersey from Pennsylvania, and I hated it. I couldn't wait to get. I just closing up the case, went to put it away, and I closed my shirt in the damn thing. See what New Jersey does to you? Gets you all flustered. Don't go there. Sorry, all my friends and family back in New Jersey, but that's why I reside in Tennessee. All my exes live in, well, we all know that song. So I hang my hat in Tennessee. Anyway, that is that. I think we're going to wrap it up on that video. So, they're the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield EZ series guns that I own. If you're looking into something small, pretty decent price, easy to operate, easy to take apart, easy to load, you're not worrying about carrying more than 8 rounds, 9 with 1 in the chamber, look into the Shield EZ series from Smith & Wesson. I love them. Tell me what you think in the comments. Tell me what you carry. What's your EDC? This 9 is my EDC. Tell me what you carry. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, folks, remember, do not try this at home. I am what you call not a professional. And thanks for watching the Shield EZ series.